do, 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 do. Who's got a big stack? I got a big stack. Cheeky. Hello my beautiful people and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a very belated Christmas book haul. So these are all the books that I got myself, and then there's some books that I received. I haven't got everything here, so it just wouldn't be a me video if it was disorganized. So I'm just gonna get into the books. We're gonna start off with the books that my mum brought me for Christmas, and the first one is The Court of Miracles by Kester Grant. This book, I gave it 5 stars. It was amazing and it's just absolutely gorgeous. If you look at my blog, you'll see that I was just wanting this book ever since it came out or was announced. I was lusting for it, okay? Like, it's on my beautiful covers blog post. I was lusting for it and I was satisfied. This is a Les Miserables French Revolution retelling. Only in this book, the French Revolution failed, and it's kind of one of those books that is fantasy but real life at the same time. And we follow Eponine. Her sister gets taken by the big, bad, powerful man, and she goes on a quest to find her. She ends up being part of the Thief's Guild, just like, you know, her part in Les Mis. And it's all about her also rescuing another sister but non-blood related. And this book's all about family and sisterhood, if anything. And of course it has its fantasy roots at the same time. I can't describe this book, so just go on Goodreads, have a look and purchase a copy, because I can't tell you what it's about. For myself, I brought The Worst Best Man by Mia Sosa. All I really know about this is a romance with a bride who is ironically like a wedding planner, someone that works within the wedding industry. And she's getting married, but she gets left at the altar because of the best man that gets the groom to leave her at the altar. And then she ends up in some kind of thing with the best man. And I just feel like this sounds like the perfect romantic rom-com film. So Netflix need to get on this. I'm really excited to read it. Yeah. Then we have Influence by Sarah Shepherd and Lilia Buckingham. Obviously it's by the author of Pretty Little Liars, and then Lilia is some kind of like social media influencer. And as you can tell by the cover, it is about social media influencers and there is a murder within it. That's all I'm gonna say, because it is a thriller and I really enjoyed it and it was 5 stars. So social media influencers and getting stuck in like a murder thing. Then we have Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. This is gonna be my first ever Leigh Bardugo book. Me and my best friend are buddy reading it this month. This is all about a secret society at Yale. That is all I know about it. That's all I want to know about it. I want to go into this just fresh and open and see how it goes. I've seen a lot of mixed reviews about it. People say this isn't her best book, but it is the first one I'm reading, and I'm going to pick up 6 of Crows at some point because I did like The Court of Miracles. So Ninth House. Then we have a book that I've also already read, and that is Well Met by Jen DeLuca. This is all about hate to love thing that takes place at a Renaissance fair. We follow Emily as she's looking after her sister. Her sister was in a car accident and she's unable to, you know, do things for herself while she recovers. So Emily comes in and she takes her sister's daughter to the Renaissance fair. They take part in it together, and then this guy and Emily just, you know, keep getting into it, and it's great. I loved it. Then we have The Midnight Library, which is the newest addition to this haul. This is by Matt Haig. I heard about this a long time ago. I think it is quite a new release. So when I say a long time ago, I don't mean like years and years ago, like I'm some kind of fortune teller that knew this was happening. But from what I've heard about it, it does have good mental health rep, which I feel like we need that. And it's all about a girl who, I think, does she die? I'm not really too sure, but she's in this library and she gets to switch to different parallel realities where she's leading different lives and she's choosing the best one for her. And I feel like it's gonna be amazing, to be quite honest. Then we have my current read, which is Girls of Paper and Fire by Natasha. I don't know how to say her second name, but this is all about this girl with the really pretty golden eyes. She's not human, I don't think. Basically, I'm just going to read the back. Each year, 8 beautiful girls are chosen as paper girls to serve the king. It's the highest honour they could hope for, and the most demeaning. This year there's a 9th, and instead of paper, she's made of fire. Come on, girl. Lay is a member of the paper caste, the lowest and most persecuted class of people in Ikara. 10 years ago, her mother was snatched by the royal guards, and her fate remains unknown. Now the guards are back, and this time it's Lay thereafter. The girl with the golden eyes whose rumoured beauty has piqued the king's interest. Over weeks of training in the opulent but oppressive place, Lay and 8 other girls learn the skills and charm that befit a king's consort. There, Lay does the unthinkable. She falls in love. Her forbidden romance becomes enmeshed with an explosive plot that threatens her world's entire way of life. And Lay, still the wide-eyed country girl at heart, must decide how far she's willing to go for justice and revenge. And apparently it's sapphic, which we all know I love. Then we have You Had Me at Hola. This is by Alexis Daria. It's all about these 2 actors that are in a production together, so they're on set, and she's in the media right now because she had a very public breakup. Actually, she found out that her boyfriend broke up with her from a tabloid page, and I'll be honest, I didn't like it at all, so I DNF'd it. So honestly, this is unhauled. Then we have Chasing Lucky by Jen Bennett. This is the first ever Jen Bennett book that I am reading. It's all about these 2 childhood best friends. We follow Josie, who is a photographer, and she comes back to her hometown after, like, I'm guessing a few years away. And when she rekindles with Lucky, he's totally different. They have a run-in with the law, and yeah, Chasing Lucky. I don't really know what to say about it. So then we have Beach Read by Emily Henry, which I read. This is the first book I read this year, and it is so emotional. I gave it 5 stars. I knew I would love this. I've been waiting to get my hands on it for the longest time. So it's all about a girl called January who moves into her father's beach house, and she is a writer, so she's moving there to write her book. She has a limited amount of time to do that. She has to do it over the summer, Also her dad died like I think a year before, and she finds out that he was cheating on her mum, so she's not only dealing with the loss of her father, she's dealing with grief where she hates him but misses him at the same time, and it's really complex, and that shows throughout this book. Anyway, so January is actually living next door to her college rival, and his name is Gus. I don't know why I needed to look at that. So we have Gus and January, and they decide to swap genres. So Gus is writing a romance novel whilst January writes a literary fiction. I'm going to say it quickly in my British accent and hope it sounds right. So they swap genres as a bet, and whoever gets published first wins. And it's cute, but it's not what the cover looks like. You'd look at this and you think, oh, beach read, so I can read this on a beach, drinking my pina coladas, and it's going to be cute and light and nothing bad's gonna happen. But really, it's packed with a lot of fucking emotion. Like, I wanted to cry. There was a part in this book where I really had to put it down because I was like, feelings. And then we have Spoiler Alert by Olivia Dade. This is all about these two people who write fan fiction for a show. And actually this guy is in the show, like he's the lead actor. He's writing fanfic for his own show, and she's like the #1 fan, and she's really popular, and she writes this fan fiction, and I guess they just meet in the middle and romance happens. I haven't got it in front of me, but I also got The Library of the Unwritten, which is basically all about a library in hell where any books that authors don't finish, they go to this library in hell, and the characters get really restless and come out of the book, and it's the job of the librarian to keep it all at bay, tame those characters, putting them back in the book. But one day one of them does escape on the quest to find the author to, I think, kill him or something. Yeah, it sounds good. And then also I have Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor, which it sounds beautiful, it sounds poetic. I've read a few pages. It's about a guy called Laszlo Strange who has been obsessed with the lost city of Weep ever since he was 5 years old, when he would be told stories about it. And he's been in search of it his whole life. He wants to know why it disappeared, the secrets of it. And there's also some kind of, I think, a blue or green goddess that appears in his dreams, and I'm guessing we find out who she is and we go to Weep, and yeah, I don't know. So that is my book haul. If I was to make a haul for every time I brought books, we'd be here forever. So I'm not really sure when my next book haul will be, and I'm pretty sure I haven't hauled every single book I've brought. These are just the ones that I remember that I got for Christmas and that I have with me. So yeah, that's the end of this. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next video.